What's going on, guys? King Raven here, coming at you with another video today. So today I've got a very interesting knife review. So I'm very excited to bring you this knife, but before we get into it, let me show you what I'm carrying today. Today I'm carrying the Kunwu Knives Padre. If you have not checked out my review, I'll link the review in this video. Check out this knife. This knife is outstanding. One of my favorite knives. Really like the Kunwu Padre. So y'all go over there and check out that. So today we've got a very cool knife from Civivi. I don't have a lot of Civivis, but I've got a couple of them and I'll show you those in the comparison. So let's flip this camera around and get into today's review. Okay guys, so let's take a look at today's knife. Today's knife is the Civivi. This is the Civivi Vision FG, which is a very popular knife right now. This is the Civivi version of the Vision, okay? Which is a more premium knife. This is the more affordable. It's not, I would not say this is a budget cheap knife and everything like that. It's a very reasonable price knife, but it's a more affordable knife, and in my opinion, it's I don't own the premium. I own this one, and it's for a reason and everything. I think you get a better value for the money with the Vision FG. So let's take a look. Of course, it comes in the standard Civivi case. Comes with a nice cleaning cloth, but this is the Civivi Vision FG. Now they make this knife in several different either satin or coated blades. You can even get a Damascus blade. This one's in the JG10, but you can also get it in a couple of different handle colors and stuff like that. So we'll get into all the specs on it and everything in just a second. Let's do some size comparisons. Move that out of the way for a sec. If we take a look at here, let's compare it up against, let's see here, let's say like the PM Pair 3 and the PM2. So as you can see here, it is longer than the Pair 3. It's closer to the Pair 2 size, but the Pair 2's got it just by a little bit, okay? Let's see, let's do another comparison. Let's see here. Let's compare it to the Benchmade Bug Out. And let's see here, let's go with a little bit more unusual one, the Kaiser Cormorant. Now, you might not be able to tell by the camera angle, but the Cormorant and the Vision FG, the FG is longer, but they both have this sort of like sweeping blade that goes down to a nice tip that can start off draw cuts. So very, not the same, but very similar type of belly tip blade going on between the Cormorant and the Vision FG. Very useful blade shape. So that's a good comparison, okay? And let's compare it to the other two Civivis that I own in my collection. This is the Civivi Cogent. So if you look, it's very, very similar in size to the Cogent. So if you're familiar with the Cogent and everything, you're going to be looking about the same size knife. And this is the Civivi Altus. It is definitely larger than the Altus. So you're right there in the Cogent range. And as far as price, you're right there in the same. This one's a little bit, depending on the version, a little bit less. And depending on the version, this one is either right at that price or a little bit more. This one is the Damascus Altus, so this one's just a tad more. This is, you can get the Vision FG, the baseline and everything, not the Damascus. We're right around the $78, $80 range. So it is definitely an affordable knife, but it is not, you know, a cheap gas station knife or anything like that. You're getting actually very good quality here. So let's talk about some of the specifics. You're getting the G10 handle, or depending on which version, this one's the JG10. You are getting Nitro-V steel, and this is designed by, I'm going to pronounce it, Snecx. Okay, very well known knife designer, and it is an outstanding knife design. The fame of this and everything is it's using what he calls the SuperLock. Okay, so it's a top mounted lock that's very fidget friendly, very easy to use. You can use it ambidextrously, whether you're right hand or left handed, and that's one benefit of the actual FG, the lower price Civivi one, over the premium. The premium one, the pocket clip sort of sits right up here, and so it sits in the pocket a little bit awkward in my opinion. This one, the pocket clip is on the side. It's tucked up along towards the spine, so it sits really nice back in the pocket. Okay, so pushes it far back as it can go, and it is actually cut out, so you lefties, you can swap it out and have the exact same experience with the thumb studs on both sides and the SuperLock on the top. This is just as good of a knife for right-handed as it is a left-handed person. You're going to get the exact same experience. So this knife and blade shape is great for those, like, you can do the draw cuts. You can, very great for breaking down cardboard. You've got this tool so you can choke up and get really good control over the knife. So as far as a useful tool, this has a tremendous amount of features. Good thin blade, very good sharp thin edge, and Nitro-V steel is one of my favorite in that mid-range steel. It's right up there and everything. The Nitro-V 14C 28N, those types of steels, that's where I would put this, and you're going to have great performance out of this particular knife and this steel. So one comparison that I wanted to do with this Vision FG is what it's going to get paired against a lot, and that's going to be the Demco 80-20.5. Okay, now this is using Demco's Shark Lock. Okay, very similar top mounted lock, but it's a completely different style and workings on the inside than the actual SuperLock, but the manipulation is going to be the same. It's going to be that top lock that you just pull back and you can whip it in and out with the actual lock, or just deploy it like instead of just using it like a swing in, swing out. So the operation is going to be very similar in these two knives. As far as size, as you can see, the Vision FG is a larger knife. You're going to get a little bit more cutting edge, but the blade length overall is going to be longer because of this choil. But if you compare cutting edge to cutting edge, you get a little bit more, but you're not getting a tremendous amount more than the 20.5. So that's one thing that's different. You're getting almost the same cutting edge, but the blade is shorter. You don't have as good of a choil. You've got more of that trigger finger choil, like I call it, and everything on the 20.5, to where this has more of a full finger choil to be able to choke up. As far as room on the handle, I can get a full 4-finger grip easily on this one, and likewise on the 20.5. So these are very comparable in size. Now, the Demco 80 20.5 is utilizing AUS 10A. Nothing wrong with AUS 10A. It's a great, still very good performance. Very not far off in performance from the Nitro-V and everything. So it's very debatable between AUS 10A and Nitro-V. If I had to pick, I would prefer Nitro-V over AUS 10A, but you're not going, most people are not going to tell much of a difference at all between the two steels and everything. Manipulation between these two knives are very similar. So if you're considering either one of these knives, they're both excellent for EDC. I highly recommend the Demco 80 20.5 and this Vision FG. This is going to be a more affordable option. Okay, so this is definitely around the 80, where this is definitely over the $100 mark. Okay, so you do have to weigh that. Now, one difference is this is made in China by Civivi. This is made in Taiwan. So if that matters to you, there's a difference in the thing. To me, you know, as long as the quality's there, you know, I don't care as much where it's made. If I can get it made in places like US or Taiwan or different stuff like that, I do prefer it, but I'm not going to just discount it because it's made in China. This is a phenomenally made knife. So if that matters to you and everything, then this is a knife you might want to consider over and everything. But the quality is there, so it's more about effort than geography, in my opinion. So this knife, great in hand, great size, really good edge, great fidget factor. The action is outstanding. Good thumb studs. It is a really, really nice knife, really great to use, and it does a tremendous job on EDC. Y'all know I'm a double amputee and I'm in a wheelchair, so when I'm doing most of my work, it's like a lot of us do. This is going to open mail, this is going to open boxes, this is going to may even do a little bit of food prep, this is going to do cutting different strings and different stuff like that. This is going to do your everyday task, and this knife excels at that. This is not something that's going to be, you know, you're not going out and batoning with this. This is an actual EDC knife, and it works great in that opinion. So if you like this design and you like having this SuperLock and the fidget factor to where you could pull it back and whip it in, whip it out with the actual lock itself instead of just having to do the thumb studs. This is definitely a knife to check out. So that is the Civivi Vision FG. I appreciate y'all watching, guys. Please like. It really does help my channel. Subscribe. That does wonders. And comment. The more likes and subscribers and comments that I can get, the better that the channel does, and the more knives I can bring you and the more content. I really appreciate y'all watching. Check out the links in the for the video, and y'all have a great day. Remember, y'all stay safe out there. I'm King Raven, and I'll catch ya in the next video.